Welcome to Blue Moon Crystal Tarot. This is a pick a card reading. It's a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this reading, it is meant for you to hear at that moment. And what we will be exploring today is what messages you need to hear from Spirit right now. And this is pile number 1 with Blue Adventuring, and this is pile number 2, Selenite, and this is pile number 3, Pyrite. So we'll get started with pile number 1 with the Blue Adventuring, and we'll get started with pile number 1 right now. Okay, so for your tarot cards, you have the 8 of Materials, the 6 of Materials, and the Page of Materials. So what this is telling us right now is that there's a lot of prosperity coming for you in the future, like in the near future, whether it's through your savings or through an investment that you are planning on doing, or an investment that you already have that you are planning on cashing in, or looking at doing maybe some home renovations. You are also with the 6 of Material, collaborating with others with financial respect, and you are looking at prosperity, and you could be juggling some type of finances as well with the 8 of Materials. You could be like moving investments around and playing around with your money and seeing where you can save more and seeing how you can make those investments a little bit more wiser. And the Page of Materials is saying that you're studying about your finances, and you're studying about where the financial gains could be, and you are just you are collaborating with people, because this is 6 of Materials saying you're collaborating with somebody, maybe a partner, could be a husband, could be a partner, a lifelong partner, or a business partner. You're seeing where you can gain financially, and the prosperity is going to come with these. Are all Materials cards, they're all good cards, they're all prosperity cards. And we'll take a look at the next 3 cards. We have the 6 of Raphael, the Queen of Gabriel, and the 9 of Gabriel. So what these cards are saying here, I'm just going to move them over a little bit. 6, embrace your inner child, new friends, rekindling relationships, children, and childhood. So you may be concentrating on your family. You may be concentrating on children. You may be looking at starting a family, starting children, like becoming pregnant, or starting a family. And we have the Queen of Gabriel, who is passionate, charming, brilliant, and independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. So like I was saying with the 6 of Materials, there is someone in your life that you will attract. There is a helpful person that's going to help you financially, and is going to help you gain the respect that you need in the financial world. And is also, it's saying the stars are aligning that you can do anything right now that you put your mind to. Anything you put your mind to. And it's the 9 of Gabriel is saying stay determined, move forward, be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. So you may be looking at what's happening in your environment, like more in nature, like what's happening with the environment outside. You may want to donate to a good cause. A good cause with nature, with activism, with donating to a good cause. But that's what I see with that happening there. And we'll take a look at your animal spirit cards. We have Kwai Fish Spirit, there is always enough, and Skunk Spirit, know your worth. So with the fish spirit, the Kwai Fish Spirit, it's saying you have enough material gain. You're just playing around with where you can invest, where you can save money, and where you can gain more. But Spirit is telling you that there is always enough. Do not worry. that you don't have enough of what it takes. There is always enough, and there is always more to come. So the more you make, the more is going to come to you with your work, your job. And know your worth. Like, you may be feeling like a little bit down right now. You may be feeling like, oh, I'm not worthy of financial gain. But let me tell you something. Everybody is worthy of financial gain, and you are worthy about what's happening in your life. And let's just take a look at some zodiac signs here. We have Taurus. The energy around you shows abundance of nature and is rich and earthly and productive, yet relaxed and slow. Yes. And we have Vesta, the goddess within, your sacred spirit center and quiet dignity. And we have your 9th house, broadening your horizons either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. So definitely the Taurus, with the Taurus card here, we're saying, yes, you are gaining financially. It's going to take a bit of time to figure out how you're going to get there, but definitely you are gaining. And the goddess spirit here, it's talking about abundance, the Taurus. And that's what we've been talking about all along. And then the goddess, this goddess Vesta is by your side. And she's wanting you to look within. She's wanting you to clear any negative thoughts that you may have. And your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. So spend some quiet time alone. Spend some quiet time pondering your next move. Spend some quiet time with family and friends. And just spend a little bit of quiet time reflecting. Reflect on the future and reflect on where your next move is going to be and where you want to go. And then in the 9th house here, broadening your horizons either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. So yes, so Spirit is saying to broaden your horizons. There is financial gain to be had if you broaden your horizons, if you check out all your options, if you look carefully at where things can improve, and even spiritually, spend some time listening to your higher self, listening to your guides, and listening. And it could be a long journey, but start that journey spiritually, and definitely start that journey spiritually. And we have a postcard from Spirit, and Spirit, this is what Spirit wants you to know. There are times when loss is part of life, times when loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation and you're not aligned with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when loved ones cross over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss of your control over it, your experience is asking you to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss or try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in a destructive open wide. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lesson learned, and know that you let go of what is past. Moreover, what remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion over the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love, always and forever. So that is your message from Spirit. Please take what resonated with you and leave the rest. And I'm going to be moving on to pile number 2. Thank you. Welcome, pile number 2, to your reading. We're going to take a look at what blessings are coming your way, what Spirit wants you to know at this moment. You chose the selenite pile, so this is your pile number 2, group 2. And please take what resonates in this reading and leave the rest. There may be just 1 or 2 messages for you in this pile. You may not resonate with any of it, but just take what resonates and leave the rest, or check out a different pile. So we have the Queen of Materials, the Two of Voices, and the Four of Inspiration. The Queen of Materials is mothering and loving. There's someone in your life that is very close to you, that is like a mother to you, that is like nurturing you, that is like telling you to go for it, like there's a decision that you have to make. There is a decision that you have to make here with the Two of Voices. And the Two of Voices, you're deciding, should I take that decision? Should I walk through that door? What am I not seeing? What is going on in the path? But this person here in your life, this mother figure or this good friend, a little bit older lady, and she's telling you that you should go for it. And she's showing you your options. She's pointing out every avenue for you. If you go for it, you may make some money out of it. You may just do it because you enjoy it. So the Two of Voices is saying there is a decision that you have to make. There's something going on in your life right now where you're unsure. You're unsure, should I go this way? Should I go that way? But you're going to be walking through that door. You're going to make a decision and you're going to make the right choice for you. Because the Four of Inspiration leads to happiness. It leads to you collaborating with other people. It could be siblings. It could be friends. You are going to do what you do. When you make that decision, you are going to reap your rewards from it. And you are connecting with spirit. You are connecting with about 4 people here. And you're gathering. And you're all on the same journey. So let's take a look at the next 3 cards. We have Perspective, the Six of Michael, and the Knight of Gabriel. So with Perspective is like the Hanged Man. It's saying there is a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. So with the decision you're trying to make here, go with the different option. Go with something that may not seem as the most advantageous choice, but it may be the right choice for you. Reflect on it and connect with your spirit guides and connect with spirit. Ask them, is it better for me to go this way? Because there is a better way for you. And the Six of Michael, it's light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. So you may be thinking about moving. There is light at the end of the tunnel. You may not want to give up your current house right now. You may feel like, oh, maybe there's a situation in your life where you have to give up your home and you have to move on. Could be for a job reason. It could be because your husband is moving to a different job in a different city and you need to move on. But Spirit is trying to tell you there's light at the end of the tunnel, and when you get there, it is going to be okay. This could be true for a different decision that you're making as well. This could be true for a different decision. Something that is telling you to walk through that door and leave the past behind and go for it. And the Knight of Gabriel is confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Take action. Great passion for a great cause. Instinctively knowing what to do. So you may already know what you have to do. You just may be a little bit hesitant on what you have to do to get there. You may know what you have to do, but you may just be a little bit hesitant on how to get there. And let's take a look at your animal spirit cards. We have the Dragonfly Spirit, Truth Transcends Illusion, and the Parrot Spirit, Watch Your Words. So that's a little bit of a warning to watch your words around people. You may say something that just doesn't resonate with people or doesn't, you may find that you might get into a fight. You may find that you might get into an argument or a disagreement about something. But watch your words. Choose your words wisely. Think before you speak. But the Dragonfly Spirit is telling you that truth transcends illusion. So look for the truth in the matter. Look for what is true, what is to be true, and what is to be, what you find is the right answer will be the truth, will be the way to go. And let's take a look at some zodiac cards here for you. We have Virgo, and we have Uranus, and we have the second house. Well, with Virgo, the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant and humble, with discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So, of course, with the decision that you're trying to make, you may find it a little bit painful to walk through that door. You may find it a little bit painful to move on from what you are moving on from. But if you stay humble and your energy is very dutiful, you will get through it. This woman here is working in the field. She is working hard in the field, but she is slowly getting through what she's got to get through. She's filling up her wheelbarrow, and she is getting through what she's got to get through. And Uranus is saying your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. So pay attention. Pay attention to little signs that you might find. You might get a number sign. You might look and see the time is 11:11, and you should, when you see that, whatever you're thinking at that moment is the right choice for you. That is the right choice for you. And you are awakening slowly to spirit, and you are also what the word I want to say is, like, you are taking your next step in your spiritual journey. And the second house is your assets and finance, the things that you value. So you see here in the second house, we talk about money a lot. We talk about assets and finances and things that you value. So just things that you value are important. Yes, they will stay with you, but money comes and money goes. We always make more money as we go on. So don't fret, because you will have what you need to survive. And then we're going to take a look at a postcard from Spirit. And it says, "Dearest you, there are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. You're feeling confused. The best way to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. This isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open up to truth. A desire to stay in your denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's showing up in your life. Yes, that is right. Time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super lights, allowing your eyes to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so much." So this is your message, pile number 2. Please take what resonated and leave the rest. We will see you in the next reading, and I will be moving on to pile number 3 now. So pile number 3, this is your reading. You've chose the pyrite crystal, and we are going to take a look at what blessings are coming your way, what Spirit wants you to know, and we'll take a look at the first 3 cards. Just put this up here. Take a look at the first 3 cards, and we have Strength, the Lovers, and the Queen of Voices. So right off, my first impression and my first message from Spirit is that communication is the key. You have a partner that you are with, possibly even a friend, a lifelong friend, but you need to communicate. Communicate clearly on what you want. Say precisely what you need, and you will find that the other person understands you clearly and will be able to better help you and better communicate with you when you communicate clearly. Don't shut down. Always leave the lines of communication open. Ask open-ended questions if this person is not understanding. You know, just communicate clearly with the Lovers. This is the Lovers card, and the Queen of Voices is saying communicate. Use all your avenues to communicate. Sometimes writing a letter is more effective than saying your words, because you can think of what you want to say and say it more clearly. And the Strength card is coming up telling you you are strong, you have strength, and you will proceed through this thing that you have with a particular person. Could be a friend, it could be your lifelong partner. But sometimes we need to communicate more clearly, and sometimes we need to write down our thoughts so that we know what we're going to say, or even put it in a little letter. And the Strength card is telling you you have courage and you have strength, and you can say what you need to say to that person. And let's take a look at the next 3 cards. We have Strength coming up again, and the 3 of Gabriel, and the 10 of Gabriel. So Archangel Ariel is with you with the Strength card. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. So there's someone that you may need to forgive. There may be an issue going on with someone that they have wronged you, or they have done something to you to led you in the wrong direction, or made you believe something that was true that is not true. They're saying to forgive them. Forgive them, and through your kindness and self-confidence, you will get past that situation. And the 3 of Gabriel is saying prosperity arises when wise planning. Take steps, take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So with this card in the 10 of Gabriel, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. You may be trying too hard to please this other person, but just go for it as what it seems, and just try to be patient with them and be kind with them. But this card coming up is telling me that there is prosperity in what you're planning, and there could be some financial gain coming to you in the next little while. Just take time to review your next steps, and your plans will turn out as expected. And let's take a look at the animal spirit cards. We have the Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive, and the Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. Okay, so with the Swan Spirit here, time for a deep dive, I'm getting the message that you need to think about your actions, think about your words, think about what you want to say to people, think about what it is you want to say, and communicate that clearly. And tend to the small things. Mouses are really small, and they take small steps. So consider this a small step in the right direction. Tend to the small things, and tend to what is going on around you. Pay attention to, some little things that somebody's doing good for you. Give them credit for that. And let's take a look at some zodiac signs and some house cards for you. You have Aquarius, the Sun, and the first house. So the first house, Aquarius, and the Sun. So Aquarius energy is saying this energy is freedom loving, rebellious, idealistical, and technological. So with the Aquarius card here, you are free loving, you are a good spirit, and the person that you're dealing with here in the Lovers card is also a good spirit, and you belong together. And the Sun is saying your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. So you have a destiny, you have an attachment with this person here. You're very strong, you're courageous, you have what it takes to get through this minor little hiccup that's going on. And the first house is saying what people see and impressions you give. So definitely watch how you are speaking to people. Watch how you are sending off that impression of yourself, because this girl is looking in the mirror, but she may not be seeing what other people see. So try to show people your true self, your kind self, your passionate self, your forgiving self. Try to show them that you are the person that you indeed say you are. And let's take a look at a postcard from Spirit to wrap this message up. Dearest you, did you know that when you stop fighting and accept everything exactly as it is right now, miracles start to happen? There is a freedom in this kind of radical acceptance. Let go of unrealistic expectations and see things as they really are, not how you'd like them to be. You'll be surprised at how everything seems to fall into place. When you refuse to accept things, life gets messy. You act messy, and your world stays in chaos, tension, and disarray. But don't try to force change or manipulate circumstances. Instead, learn about what is in front of you and face it with your eyes fully open. Then you can decide to stay or go, sink or swim, move or stay still. Acceptance is a key to freedom and opens the door to the real opportunities awaiting to be discovered. Set yourself and others free. Loving you so much, always and forever. And that is your message from Spirit. So, hopefully this resonated with you. Please take what resonated with you and leave the rest, and we'll see you in my next video.